All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to a very special impromptu episode of Navigating the Modern World with Eli. Glad you could all join me here on this late Tuesday evening. It is Tuesday, November 12th, 2022. So 2024. Gosh, 2022. Oh my gosh. I've been looking at some stuff in the past. So I had 2022 in my head. Sorry. It is Tuesday, November 12th, 2024. I got that right now. And tonight I have some very, very critical and important breaking news that is going to change everything for the GNA. My Genuine Networking Association, or GNA for short. So you're not going to want to miss this. I'm only going to be on probably for 20 to 30 minutes or so. It's not going to take too terribly long. But I've got quite a bit to say. And again, you're not going to want to miss a second of it, whether you're here live or on the replay. Before we get to all of that, first of all, let me make sure everything is rolling smoothly. The back end of YouTube is rolling smoothly. And let me also make sure that the YouTube notification has gone out. It has. And let me do a sound check. And tonight, I have some very, very critical and important breaking news that is going to change. All right. Well, hang on. Hang on. Probably for 20 to 30 minutes or so. It's not going to take too terribly long. But I've got quite a bit to say. And again. All right. What is this show about? Greetings from Alaska. Well, you're going to find out. I'm going to tell you. Come on. Have a little patience, my friend. How you doing? Yuri San. Greetings from Alaska. Welcome. Welcome. Today, I got notice of something that is going to be a huge game changer for the GNA. I'm going to share that with you folks here tonight. I also want to make you aware, a woman by the name of Tammy that has been running a similar business. She is a woman about a year and a half ago or so. In my opinion, it was believed that she was trolling me, stealing my business name, using a similar star logo, etc. She ended up taking me to court over her YouTube channel going down for impersonation of my YouTube channel, because I've had the original Genuine Networking Association, or GNA channel. It's still up. We're going to actually use that channel as well at some point. It's been up since 2015. And so YouTube rightfully took it down, and she sued me over that. We went to court. We settled. And part of the settlement included that she can coexist and run a different version of the Genuine Networking Association. That was part of the settlement. But there were some things that were not a part of the settlement, and we're going to discuss those things tonight. Again, there were some things that were a part of that settlement that are not included, not involved, and we're going to discuss those here tonight. And I'm going to be sharing my newly legal rights to enforce what I'm about to talk about here tonight. Now, this woman, Tammy, may not like this. Her audience may not like this. Tough luck. The law's the law. It is what it is. This should have never happened in the first place. San Francisco Treat, greetings from San Francisco. Welcome to the show. Great to see you here. Like I've been mentioning for the last several weeks, maybe even a month or so, I have been in progress of further protecting my organization that I founded in 2011. I've been in progress further protecting it in many ways: copyright, trademark, etc. And I've had a bunch of things in the works. One of them has been re-registering, because I originally had a federal trademark on the GNA a long time ago, but there were some issues and I lost it by my fault, my clerical error. And there were some issues over the last several years trying to get it back, but now I'm about to get it back. I have been in progress of working with the United States Patent and Trademark Office to federally register my trademark, which will give me national coverage all over the U.S. and U.S. territories as well. I've also mentioned that I'm in progress of copywriting my GNA star logo. I've been in progress of copywriting my professional image, and also several of my YouTube videos, which will allow me to sue people in a federal copyright court, bypassing YouTube's copyright system, bypassing the small claims copyright court, which people can opt out within 60 days. So I've been in progress of practically bulletproofing my business, because there are some people out here that want to continue to play with me as their content, troll me per se, in my opinion. And I believe Tammy's one of them. It's my opinion. You can't sue me over my opinion. Now, Tammy did do another stream on her Genuine Networking Association channel. She's got one of those back up again. And she did some things that are not the best thing to do as a business owner. Basically, she incited her audience to go and file complaints on my business, to complain that I'm attacking disabled people, which I am not. She's accusing me of that. I'm not doing that. All I've ever said is that disabled people, if they're going to create content on YouTube, they are subject to the same criticism as a regular person. That's just the way it goes. That's not bullying a disabled person. And she's completely ignoring the fact that these people are bullying myself and other people. And I have proof of it. Lots of proof of it. Okay? So she incited her audience to file complaints on me. Whatever. It's not going to go anywhere. It's absolutely not going to go anywhere. The government doesn't have time to deal with BS. They don't. And if they ever talk with me, I'll explain to them what's going on. And they're not even going to reach out to me. It's not even worth your time. But if you guys want to file stuff on me, be my guest. But now it's my turn to take some action if necessary. Because there's one thing that none of you have been aware of. See, Tammy has known that I refiled from my federal trademark with the United States Patent and Trademark Office since last December. And she's made it very clear several times that she's going to dispute it. She's going to, I forgot what the term is. I forgot what the term is. She says she's gonna try to challenge it, which is gonna cost her like $600-700 or even more, right, to do that. I don't care if Tammy is live unlisted right now. Doesn't matter. I want to make sure that you hear this, Tammy. I want to make sure she hears this. Tammy typically goes to bed around this time, but if she's up unlisted, I don't care. You can hear this. You're going to want to see this, Tammy. You are. There's one thing, and thank you, Sandra. I see that you moderated that. How are you doing, Sandra? You're going to want to see this too. There's one thing that you guys haven't realized. It takes a long time to get a trademark registered federally through the United States Patent and through the United States Patent and Trademark Office, which is what I'm trying to say. But the one thing that you guys didn't realize is that you can also apply for a statewide trademark through your Secretary of State office. Yes, Tammy, I applied for a trademark with the California Secretary of State office, and I was approved for that today. Now, they backdated it to the 1st because I made a few honest mistakes and I corrected them, and they just put it through today. But let me show you this, and you can go verify it for yourself, Tammy. And then I'm going to basically share some things with you that you're going to have a choice. You're going to have a choice to take care of these things, or else you're going to be infringing upon my trademark because, well, before we get to that, let me just show you first, okay? Let me show you first here. Let's go ahead and switch on over to the browser screen, okay? I'm going to have to scroll up here because I had to blow this up. Service mark application approved. Submission ID 0204338 from do not reply at sos.secretaryofstate.ca.gov. 11/12/2024, 5:11 p.m. I got this right after I finished my walk earlier. To Elias Melas at genuinenetworkingassociation.org. That's my branded domain name for the GNA, right? Dr. Shirley Ann Weber, California Secretary of State, submission ID 02043378. Yes, Robert, if you missed the first part, you're going to want to check out the replay. I just got my California trademark approved today. And yeah, we've got some stuff to talk about here. Dear Elias Dimitri Melas, congratulations on the registration of your service mark with the California Secretary of State. Now, there are trademarks and service marks. They're basically the same thing. A trademark is used like for a product. A service mark is used for a service. I don't sell any products. I sell services. I provide services of personal development. Okay. Same thing. Trademark, service mark, same thing if you don't understand that, right? Enclosed are the certificate of registration and a copy of the filed application, including copies of the drawing page and specimen you submitted. What's next? Although the California Secretary of State's office has conducted a search of marks registered with this office and your mark does not appear to resemble any California registered mark, there may be unregistered marks, California trade names, fictitious names, or names under which individuals conduct business that may resemble your mark. Oh, Dr. Shirley, Secretary of State. There is one, and she's watching me either right now or we'll be watching this tomorrow. You, as the owner of the mark, are responsible for protecting your rights to the mark. If you have any questions regarding such rights, you should consult with private legal counsel. I don't need that quite yet, Shirley. Dr. Shirley, respectfully. A registered mark is effective for a term of 5 years. The California Secretary of State does not send a notification of expiration. Therefore, it is your responsibility as the owner to renew the mark within 6 months prior to the mark's expiration date. I have all this stuff filed properly and reminders already set. And I'm going to put stickies and everything. I will not forget to renew this. Now, let me show you the actual thing here. And then, Tammy, you can go to the California Secretary of State website and look this up yourself. Okay. California Secretary of State Electronic Certificate of Registration of Trademark /Service Mark. I, Shirley Ann Weber, Ph.D., Secretary of State of the State of California hereby certify type of mark, service mark, name of owner, registrant, Genuine Networking Association with the GNA in parentheses, keep that in mind, LLC. So we are Genuine Networking Association, GNA in parentheses, the GNA is included, and we're an LLC, a limited liability company. Registration number 02043378. Business address, I have my P.O. box, which is what I use for my mailing address. But also my address is also listed with them as my address here. P.O. Box 936, Redwood City, California, 94064, and it's in San Mateo County. Business structure, limited liability company. Yeah, Sandra, just keep in. And then 1 minute delay between what I say and what goes out here on these folks. Names of general partners, none. I have not named any partners yet. When I do, I will add them to the trademark and the LLC. Right now, I'm running it on my own. Okay. Now, date first used anywhere. I redid my mark. I changed it up a bit. So the new mark, now I still have my old mark, which still has common law or common trademark rights. But this is my new mark. I redid it a little bit. And it's the same thing, but I just kind of shifted things around. Same font, same everything. Date first used anywhere, 7/19/24. Date first used in California, 7/19/24. Description of mark, I don't have to read that. Disclaimer. Now, I gotta zoom in here a little bit. No claim is made to the exclusive right to use networking association apart from the mark as shown. What that means is other people can use networking association. You can create John's networking association or authentic networking association. But you cannot use genuine networking association or the GNA acronym as part of genuine networking association. That's a registered trademark / service mark of myself, and it's the GNA's trademark, but I have a fictitious business name, Elias Melas, doing business as Genuine Networking Association, or GNA for short. Identification of goods or services, providing information in the field of personal development, namely personal improvement. Class code 45, date of registration 11/1/2024. Term of registration extends to and includes 10/31/2029. It's good for 5 years. Okay, give me a second here, because you can only fit so much on the screen, and you have to blow it up to show people. But I'm really good at this OBS thing. I love OBS. Let's go to the next screen here. California Secretary of State Electronic Certificate of Registration of Trademark Service Mark. This is just basically an electronic certificate. You can see it right there. Verification number, date issued, registration number. And one more thing here. California Secretary of State Electronic Certified Copy. I don't have to show the rest. It's the same thing. Okay? It's a certified copy. I find U.S. law very confusing, says Yuri-san. I understand, but when you've been doing this as long as I have, you figure it out. And then the last page here, they send me the application. I'm not going to show the application. I don't need to show that. I don't need to waste your time with that. But they also attached what's registered, and this is what's registered right here. This is now officially a registered service mark. You can call it a trademark or a service mark. It's a service mark, same thing. It's registered with the state of California. Now let's talk about what that means for you, Tammy. And listen very carefully here, because I don't care what you tell your audience. What I care about is what my rights are and what the law is. And you can look it up yourself. Okay? First and foremost, the way that you got this business going, trying to steal it from me initially, in my opinion, that's what you tried to do, okay, is you filed for a business license in the same city where I live, Redwood City, right? Because I didn't have a business license initially. But then I ended up getting a business license here in Redwood City. But there's one thing you didn't do, and I think you know where I'm going with this, Tammy. There's one thing that you didn't do last year or earlier this year that I did. You did not renew your business license with the city of Redwood City. Your business license, I'm not going to show it on the screen because I don't want to deal with any issues. I don't trust you. I don't trust you one bit. If people want to figure it out, see it on their own, they can go and do a search, Redwood City business license search, and they can find it themselves, okay? Your business license in Redwood City, according to Redwood City's website, which is accurate, the City of Redwood City Business License Department, Business, License Tax Department, expired on June 30th of 2024. Mine expires June 30th of 2025 because I renewed it and you did not. You getting that license is what allowed you to apply for your LLC with the California Secretary of State, and also allowed you to incorporate here in California. And here's where, even though my federally registered trademark has not gone through yet, here's why my California registered trademark applies to you right now, because you are running your businesses here in the state of California. So you are infringing upon my trademark. And I'm going to explain to you how you're doing it and what you can do to rectify the situation, and nothing happens, right? All you have to do is listen, do the right thing, and nothing happens. If you don't do the right thing, then I'll tell you what happens after that. This is not a threat, it's a promise. Okay? So, unless you have your business license somewhere else in California, which is what you would need to establish a business in California because you live in Florida, okay? Then technically, without a business license, like you used to tell me, you are operating your business illegally. Now, I don't care about getting you in trouble. I'm not looking to get you in trouble or anything. I'm just saying that from what I can see, you don't have a business license anywhere in California, unless it's somewhere else. And if you can provide that, that's a different story. But I don't see that. And maybe you might rush to renew your license with the city of Redwood City. But doing that, I've already screenshot that it's been expired for a long time. Doing that, is going to leave a gap that I can use to my proof of what you're doing. So, what does this mean? Okay. You mentioned in your stream that what separates your business is that I'm Genuine Networking Association with a different classification code, which, yes, I am personal development and you are business services or something like that, whatever, right? That's fine. That's fine. But you also said that what differentiates us is that your business does not have the GNA. So when you registered your business license, it's still there on the website of the city of Redwood City, you registered it under Genuine Networking Association without the GNA. When you filed for your LLC, you registered Genuine Networking Association without the GNA. When you filed for your incorporation with the state of California, you registered that without the GNA. Okay. So here's the thing. My registered trademark includes the GNA. You see it right there. Registered trademark, service mark. I'm just going to refer to it as a trademark. It's easier to say, but it's a service mark. Same thing. My registered trademark with the state of California, and soon to be with the United States Patent and Trademark Office, includes the GNA. You see it right there on the bottom right. You see it right there. It is also a part of my LLC's name, Genuine Networking Association, or GNA, in parentheses, LLC. Okay. It's on my business license as well. Okay. So effective immediately, I'm going to ask you to cease and desist from referring to your business as the GNA. Refer to it as Genuine Networking Association without the GNA. Using the GNA is creating a likelihood of confusion. You are creating a likelihood of confusion, and that is infringing upon my registered trademark with the state of California. Secondly, and I'm going to be nice, which you're not nice. You've never been nice at all. You have not been nice. You're not a nice person, in my opinion. Your GNA logo is, you have a star in that logo. I originally created the star. Now the star is trademarked with California. That means you having a star in your logo, your current logo, even on your YouTube channel. Now, your website doesn't exist anymore because your webmaster, you and him had a falling out, and who knows what's going to happen with that. But anywhere that you are using your Genuine Networking Association logo with the star in there, that is creating a likelihood of confusion. It's creating a likelihood of confusion, and I'm going to give you until the end of the year. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to give you until the end of the year, December 31st. Come New Year's Day, I'll give you New Year's Day too. No one's going to work that day. Come January 2nd, if you're still using that logo anywhere, I'm going to be filing trademark infringement because it's creating a likelihood of confusion. So there you have it. But there's one more thing. You may be asking, why did I register my trademark with the state of California when I'm about to get it registered through the United States Patent and Trademark Office, which includes California, includes everywhere? Well, because, man, here's the thing. It's much quicker to get your trademark through the state, right? And you have been threatening to challenge my registered trademark. So now that I've got this with the state of California, if you try to challenge my federal trademark with the USPTO, the United States Patent and Trademark Office, this is going to help me prove that what you're doing is just ridiculous. Now, you can sit there and not do a thing. Okay? You can sit there and not do a thing. You can whine and complain all you want. You can threaten to sue me all you want. If you still want to sue me, do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. I'm very well protected, and I'm becoming more and more protected every day. The best thing you can do is back off, go run your organization under Genuine Networking Association, never mention me again, stop talking about me, stop inciting hatred towards me, move on, and this all goes away. If you don't move on, this is not a threat. This is a promise to you within my legal rights. And I'm making this publicly aware because I'm a public company. I'm a public company. This is a public service announcement so people can know. Okay? If you don't listen to me and you keep on moving forward, I will do whatever I can to legally protect my business from you and yours. Again, as part of our settlement from the lawsuit last year, that was, in my opinion, frivolous, but we settled it. I settled it with you. I signed off and allowed you to coexist. So you can use the Genuine Networking Association name, but because you never ever filed to register the GNA part, and because you copied my star logo, those two things have to go or you're infringing on my trademark. So again, immediately cease and desist from calling your organization GNA. And you have until the end of the year, you have until January 2nd, 2025 to change that logo. Because at that point, wherever that logo is at, I will be filing trademark/service mark infringement upon you. That's all I've got. That's all I've got. You know, Tammy, you can keep on making all the threats you want. You can keep on trying to get innocent, disabled people that you claim I'm bullying and abusing when you're the one that's abusing them, in my opinion. And you know, basically exploiting them for your content. Exploiting them against me, in my opinion. And my opinions are my opinions. I'm entitled to them. You can't sue someone for that. Quit trying to make your audience think like this Kit Carson guy. And I know who you are, Kit. You're somebody from the past. I know who you are, man, based on the content you're making on your channel. Do what you got to do, dude. I really don't care. Right? You've got some serious mental and emotional issues, in my opinion, too. But do what you want to do. Do what you got to do. Make all the threats you want. All that matters is what I'm protected by law. That's all. We are at 32 minutes. Go back to full screen here. Robert, thank you so much for being here. Yuri-san, thank you so much for being here. And thank you to everyone else that's been watching, you know, and not commenting. I just want to help people. If a group of people doesn't like me, you made your point. Now it's time to move on. The fact that you all haven't moved on is harassment. It is bullying. It is stalking. It is everything that I mentioned. Now, I'm not sitting here whining and complaining about it, but it's time that you folks move on. And for those of you that don't move on, especially the creators that are inciting all of this, and come 2025, like I said, I'm not lying. I'm going to take people down for copyright, and now I'm going to start taking people down for trademark infringement in the beginning of the new year. I'm going to wait to get my federally registered trademark before doing that, right? And again, if you want to challenge my federally registered trademark, do what you got to do. Spend every bit of money you have, but eventually it will register. Eventually it will register. In the meantime, I've got my California trademark. Your businesses are here in California, and I'm protected from your business. I just want you to stop. You know what you're doing is nonsense. You know what you're doing is not right. Turn on your moral compass for once and ask yourself, what if someone was doing to you what you've been doing to me? Do the right thing, man. if you don't do the right thing, I will have to use the law to protect myself and get the right things done. With that being said, have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other. Oops. So let's try that again. Oh my God. Too soon, but we're good now.